You cannot squat on legacy, land justice for every Jamaican. This is a bulletin board no-nonsense commentary. Remember to thumbs up the video, share with a friend and subscribe to stay in the loop. Now let's get down to business. They call us squatters. But we are the descendants of those who paid for freedom twice, once with chains and again with coin. Now they want us to pay again but with our souls. Our parents bought land in their own country just to find somewhere to place their feet. That was extortion, not emancipation. And today, the injustice continues. Even our own lands that we bow back are today labeled as crown lands, and we are labeled as squatters today wherever those descendants are on these properties. And even when the government knows they won't admit to the people that we call you squatters even on properties that your forefathers paid for. Are our own leaders in bed with the enemy? Foreigners walk freely on acres gifted by the state, while citizens are boxed into corners, denied title, and denied dignity. The white man's laws, crafted for profit and exclusion, are not divine laws. Divine law says legacy cannot be sold. Divine law says the land belongs to the people. The bulletin board puts the challenge squarely on Andrew Holness. You are in office. You are in charge. Do the right thing. Stop the giveaways to foreigners. It is our land. Stop the distractions. Begin the redistribution. Every Jamaican must own Jamaican soil, if even an acre. That is the reparation. That is the independence. That is the emancipation. Nothing will change the fact. Land alone is full reparations. We can always demand pay for every other damage, but our land, where we have to live, is our all, and you have it and now you should give it back. What else? Prime Minister, could be the right thing to do? Look at the historical context, the free village illusion. Between 1834 and 1838, after emancipation, freed Africans in Jamaica were forced to buy land to live on, land in the very country they were born into. These free villages were not gifts. They were transactions rooted in extortion, where the formerly enslaved paid British missionaries and landowners for small plots. This legacy of coerced purchase created a myth of freedom. But the truth is, the land was never truly returned. Titles were often informal or denied. Descendants today are labeled squatters on ancestral soil. This is not just a historical oversight, it's a continuing crime, and guess who continues it? You are listening to a bulletin board no-nonsense commentary, and this is what you get. Yes, it is the government, our own and of our own flesh, across political regimes, who continues with this awful crime against humanity. Jamaica's land policy today allows unrestricted foreign ownership of our land. Investors from China, Europe, and North America can buy land without residency, receive incentives for resort and commercial development, claim ownership over vast tracts while locals are displaced. Meanwhile, over 600,000 Jamaicans live in informal settlements, many on land tied to post-emancipation free villages. These communities suffer from lack of legal recognition, high crime rates due to instability, no access to infrastructure or investment. The government's housing programs, like the new social housing program, offer piecemeal solutions to a systemic injustice. Building a few units while ignoring ancestral claims is not justice. It's distraction. Divine law versus colonial law. All immoralities are against divine laws. Colonial law says land can be bought, sold, and hoarded. Divine law says land is legacy. It cannot be extorted. It cannot be gifted to outsiders while the rightful heirs are denied. The white man's laws are extortions, open extortions. They are not rooted in justice, but in control. And no black-led government should ever be in charge of enforcing them. Landlessness and crime, the hidden link. Crime in Jamaica is not just a policing issue, it's a land issue. Studies show informal settlements have murder rates 5 to 10 times higher than formal communities. Lack of ownership breeds instability, hopelessness, and gang control. Land titling and infrastructure upgrades could reduce crime by up to 65%. When people have land, they build homes, not hideouts. They invest in communities, not escape routes. They protect what's theirs, rather than fight for what's denied. Bulletin Board's challenge to Andrew Holness in repeat. Prime Minister Holness, you speak of legacy and resilience. You petition foreign monarchs for reparations. But the real repair is not in England, it's in Jamaica. Land is our reparations and the land is right beneath our feet, so do not join in all the distractions. Bulletin Board challenges you to acknowledge ancestral land claims and stop labeling descendants as squatters. Initiate a national land audit to identify and regularize informal settlements. Distribute land equitably, not selectively. End foreign giveaways and prioritize Jamaican ownership. Final declaration. Land is the reparation. Every Jamaican must own Jamaican soil, if even an acre. This is not a request. It is a demand. This is not a policy. It is a principle. This is not charity. It is justice. Let the land return to its rightful stewards. Let the soil speak. Let the legacy live.